Sarah from Kitty Charm School. This is a fluid bag. All right, so you got a couple parts. One, you got your bag. Now, oh here, and you got your ocean view. The bag is pretty simple. It's just filled with fluids, and it's got numbers here, 1, 2, 3. Each one's 100 milliliters or 100 cc's. I don't know what Charlotte's currently on. They'll tell you. I bet 100, 150. So she was on 150 and the water line was to here. You would just go to there. 100 is to the 2 and 50 is halfway. So it's not a big stress. It's not like medication or insulin or something. If you give her a little too much or a little too little, it's like a non-drama. They just give you a general idea of what to shoot for. A couple things to know about the bag. It'll usually come with a fluid line like up to here. So the 1 would be the first 100. And then the second 100, right? Because it's got to get to the 1 to get that's the first dose. As you know, it goes to 9, not 10. And then the final amount here till it's empty is going to be the last 100, which I basically have right now. Actually, I have more like 50. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the end of a bag, and I'll show you how to do it. All right, so that's it. It's called Lactator Ringers. It's the same stuff at Costco as it is at the vet. It's the exact same thing. And I'll give you some parts of the bag. It's pretty much just the bag. I hang it with a hanger. This doohickey is if if the vet said, oh, she needs potassium, and they inject it into the bag so you don't have to do two things. You could just keep the fluids going. She doesn't need that, but that's what that doohickey's for. And this is how to attach the line. This is the line that you're going to give her the fluids with. And I'm going to try to do this with the camera. I need a second person. There we go. Don't touch that part because that's like, part of the, stuff that touches her. And there'll be a little cap on that. You have to peel off to get started, and then you just shove it in. Let's see if I can do this. You puncture it for the first bag. You can keep using the same line. I think like 5-10 times, at some point it'll start getting funky and we need to get rid of it. I'd say 5 times. 5 times, and I don't mean 5 doses, 5 bags. So that's it. You puncture it. Sometimes they have other little doohickeys, but mostly it's just this one and ignore it. So that's the line, and the line is just like an IV, a really long line. So you have lots of space to work with, and the important parts are down here. So you got your needle. We always change the needle when we're done. So there's always a clean needle on. You need to have a very clear system. Otherwise you're like, did I clean the needle? Is it a clean needle? Is it not? Did I change it? I literally write myself a note. Needle is new. And I'll show you how to do that. Again, something where you can inject more things in. You don't need to do that. Ignore this. Some of the lines have a little plastic jobby like that. It looks like my fingers. And it's open on one side, so when you slide it, it doesn't block the flow, but when you push it over, it does. You don't need it. Just make sure it's on the open section if you do it, because you have this. This is what controls it. This is really easy. It's a little slider. It's a little wheel. Right now it's closed, and when I slide it over here, it's going to not push on that anymore because it's higher, and then it's open, and then the fluid can flow through. So make sure it's closed, then you put the needle in the cat, and then you open it. That's all you really do. Once you're hung up, you've got nothing else going on. Just a whole bunch of this and switching needles. To switch the needle, you unscrew this till it's loose, and then you pull the needle off, and then you pop a new one on. Pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and do my cat in a second video for you, since I live in the middle of nowhere and it takes forever to load a video. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.